new little series here. I'm just going to be talking about new product releases in the market, things that have caught my attention. If you know of any new ones, drop new products you would like me to talk about or maybe explore down below in the comments. And I'm going to try to put one of these videos out once a week. We're going to see. The idea here is to keep it really simple, but there's some products that I can't currently get my hands on to review, or maybe it's something that I am going to consider buying, or something that like this is literally going to come out like next year in like 2025. So today we're going to talk about the Light Phone 3, which was just announced. If you're new to the channel, welcome. On this channel, we talk about tech from an intentional living perspective. So if that sounds cool to you, please consider subscribing and like this video for more. So you might have caught, and I'll link it right here or right here, wherever. I did a review of the Light Phone 2. I had a ton of issues with it. Like, I understood what the company was doing in terms of like slowing down. I love the idea of a dumb phone. I'm very excited for the Wise Phone 2, which is going to be coming out any day now, I feel like. So I will hopefully get my hands on one of those and be able to review that in person in real life as well. But Light Phone released the Light Phone 3, they announced the Light Phone 3 the day after Apple's big event, right? And personally, and I was talking to my buddy Reagan Rose, who also made a video just like this as well. Go check out his channel. I'll link it in the description. They've answered a lot of the problems that I had with the device. And Reagan said they answered a lot of the problems he had with the device. So first and foremost, like, I think Light Phone 2, again, is an awesome idea. It's an awesome concept. I think the size of the phone was great, all that kind of stuff. But when it came down to like usability and functionality, like, I get the e-ink display and that's a cool idea. And I mean, just check out this website. I said this in that video. Their marketing, the way they're doing things, their message, all of that stuff is great. And I'm really excited to see where they go. I'm excited about Light Phone 3 because it does answer a lot of the issues that I had with Light Phone 2. So first and foremost, it's a little bit bigger, which is nice, all metal body design. And I think the biggest thing I learned from sort of their announcement video is they've tried to build the device to be kind of future-proof, meaning there's a lot of really cool tech packed in here, some of which isn't even currently set to be used, like an NFC reader for payments and stuff like that you would use on your iPhone. There's some features that are there, but they haven't really figured out or decided on how best to use those. It's a full metal body design. You can take that off and replace the battery. As you can see here, made to last. Retail, it's going to be $799, I think, almost $800, which is a lot if you think about it. For a phone that is really dumbed down, you can get an iPhone for about that cost. Now, I know in a lot of ways it's not really apples to apples. Can't really compare iPhone to Light Phone or to any dumb phone because their intentional use cases are very different, right? It looks to me, there's metal body here. There's an OLED screen we'll talk about in a second too. Like, it looks like a well-made device that is going to functionally work well. I think the concept and the theory and philosophy behind Light Phone 1 and 2 was there, but the device just lacked in its functionality and use. So I'll say too, look, the biggest problem I had with Light Phone 2 was the e-ink display, because you would type hello and it would just take, if you've ever used a Kindle and you like swipe the page, that few microseconds to do that action is fine if you're flipping a page, right? But when you're typing letters into a text message, H, I, comma, H, like, that's a little too much. And I understand slowing down your life, things like that, but having an OLED display with this sort of matte front gives the same sort of effect as the e-ink display, but it's much quicker, much faster. I think one of the biggest things I'm excited for, honestly, and here's the little promo we'll play in the background.
The Light Phone 3
Let's watch this.
just cannot do. Keep posting on social media. Keep sending email. Keep great lost in some infinite feed.
Awesome. Love that.
And now it's also our camera. Introducing Light Phone 3. A tool for a better life.
To me, it looks like the build quality is going to be great. I'm excited for the OLED screen. It's just going to be fast and quick, which is what iPhone 2 was missing. There's quite a few tactile buttons. The little scrolly wheel is interesting. It gives that kind of gamey vibe. Like, I think something that this feels like to me is a phone that is a tool, right? This has become so much of a media device in a way of grabbing our attention, selling us things. This looks like they said, okay, let's take the phone and take it back to the tool that it used to be. It's a way of communicating. You can take pictures. There's a flashlight on it. Like, you can write notes. You can listen to music and podcasts. Adding the scrolly wheel, making it an all metal body design, like giving it that sort of industrial vibe, makes it feel more like a practical tool than an attention grabber, right? Than an attention whore. I don't know what you'd call this thing. Just whatever this does to take all of our time away from us in ways that it probably shouldn't, morally or whatever you want to go with there. Like, this is a direct response to that I think is done appropriately. And I had some harsh things to say about iPhone 2, and maybe you think I'm flip-flopping, but honestly, this is cool. And again, the marketing is what got me on the iPhone 2, so until I have one of these in my hand, I can't really talk too highly of it. I can just say that I am excited for it. You know, it's got a fingerprint sensor, flashlight, NFC chip, clickable wheel. The camera is what I'm most excited for. I think dumb phones with bad cameras are kind of missing something that I feel most cameras or phones need these days. And I love the approach they took. So I'm a photographer. I love street photography. I really love shooting on devices like this, the Fujifilm X100V. It is a fixed lens. As a street style photographer, I'm usually focusing center frame. And if I want the subject bigger, I gotta get closer. If I want it further away, I gotta move further away. So a lot of what I love about photography is what they have doubled down on with the camera on iPhone 3. It is center focused and it's a set angle, you know, it's sort of a wide angle, very point and shoot. It has a dedicated button to shutter release. It just feels more of what I feel this dumb phone deal should be. I think that I'm interested to see something I don't think they showed was viewing the photos on device. So I'm interested if they're going to go a step further with the camera and that sort of in the moment vibe and say, you can take the pictures, but you can't see them on device. You have to then look at them on your computer. I don't know how I feel about that. I could be wrong. I just didn't see anyone looking at the photos on the device, which was a little confusing with the AMOLED or OLED display. So yeah, I think in a big way, this answers a lot of the concerns I had with the iPhone 2. And, you know, like a lot of other people, I think I'm very excited. I do still think the price is too much, but pre-orders $399, which isn't too bad. Retail, and you do have to subscribe to a phone plan, a proprietary phone plan with Wise Phone 2, which I know a lot of people aren't super happy with. I understand it in a way, which I won't get into here. We're not talking about Wise Phone 2, but this thing, you know, it looks cool. There's a lot of thought that goes into these products with the company. I am excited to hopefully get my hands on one of these. I've been talking with the company. They said they won't even have units out till like the end of the year, 2024. So we'll see. But that's going to do it for this video. Light Phone 3 is kind of a big deal. What are your thoughts on Light Phone 3? Leave them down in the comments below. Are you a Light Phone 2 owner who's excited to bump it up? Are you going to keep Light Phone 2? Did they go too far towards smartphone with Light Phone 3 for you? Let me know in the comments. And again, let me know if there's any other products that you want me to talk about in the comments down below. I would love to get my hands on the Daylight computer tablet and talk about that. There's a couple other products too that aren't quite out yet. There's Soul e-readers, which are like glasses just for reading, like there's screens in them. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'd love to get my hand on those. But I'll probably talk about those things in this series on this channel. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. That does it for the first episode of this new series. I don't know what I'm going to call it or if it's just going to be what it is, but Light Phone 3, great job, Light Phone Company. Hopefully this answers a lot of the questions that I had and others had about what you put in Light Phone 2. I like what you're doing. I do. And I'm excited for more. Thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe if you're new, like this video for more. Check out this video next. I think you're going to love it. And I'll see you in the next one.